Welcome to the Distracted Gamer Podcast, the only podcast that can punch another nerd podcast in the stomach and take their lunch money.
It's such a magical intro. It's beautiful.
You have, for hosts, you have me, Retro Zapper, Andre. You have Beast Mode, Eric. And then you're watching gameplay, and you have Console Kev.
I was like, you just did this before we messed up. Don't do this to me.
I had to take a swig of drink.
Essentially, how this is going to work is we're going to attempt to do a podcast with the added distraction of playing Star Wars Battlefront. So we're going to try to talk about things while also exclaiming about how we got shot in the face, our controller died, or the lag is bullshit.
Or possibly all three.
We are going to start off the night with Eric.
So in other words...
He had something to say about Street Fighter before we messed up, because I'm an idiot. So Eric, why don't you take it away?
Well, it started off with me talking about playing with my stick, and I think, you know, as all men, we can understand what it is to play with our sticks. The way you were talking about
Street Fighter, I wanted to play with my stick.
I'm pretty sure you did. Now, the question is do you refer to your stick as your E-Honda or your Guile? Oh, I was talking about... You're so gross.
I call it my Blanca.
I'm going to bleep it out probably in post. Don't even worry about
it. I'm going to grab my Zangief and beat my Blanca.
I love that.
The Red Cyclone.
The Red Cyclops.
That's what he calls his move. That's Zangief's move.
Anyway...
That's his nickname, I mean. Eric, what do you got to say about Street Fighter?
Anyway, back on topic. Anything.
You a dead son bitch.
But no, anyway, the new Street Fighter is coming out next week. And I was just curious as to what you guys were thoughts on the beta, your favorite Street Fighter characters, maybe even your favorite Street Fighter game.
Well, if I have to put my 2 cents in, because I totally decided I'm going first, it all started because my older brother was really into fighting games. And he has to be like the generic guy every time he plays a game. Like if we play GoldenEye and N64, he's always Bond. So when we played Street Fighter, he'd be Ryu. And I don't care if you say it Ryu or Ru, I don't really care. It's Ryu to me, okay? And he would masterfully play as Ryu. He'd throw Hadoukens, he did the spin kick and everything. So of course, being the curious little brother, I wanted to play Street Fighter 2 with him. And then somehow I got better and better and better, and I ended up actually beating my older brother, which is something of myth if you're a younger brother and you have to suffer through it like I did. And now he won't play fighting games with me anymore.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's like one of those coming of age things. Like nobody, it's one of those things where it's like if you could beat your older brother or your father even, like you were the stuff of legends.
He won't play any games with me anymore. Well, not any games. He'll play Diablo with me.
He'll play the games that he knows he can beat you in.
2 billion damage in Diablo, but we'll get to that later.
Alright. So, well, for me, my first Street Fighter game actually was Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition for the Sega Genesis.
Super Nintendo, get out.
I was, Super Nintendo, get out. Well, excuse me, but Sega did what Nintendo don't, and we got the... Your face is stupid, but anyway... that was my first Street Fighter game, and I enjoyed it very, very much. The only thing I did not learn was everything. I learned how to button mash. Is that important?
For fighting games.
Oh yeah, especially Street Fighter.
So pretty much like my go-to guy, because I was a button masher, obviously was E-Honda.
You have other options. You could be Chun-Li or Blanca. You know, don't limit yourself.
So, but anyway, that was my first Street Fighter game, and I remember just hours and hours of playing it with my brother, and even my mom. My mother would get in on the action, too. I mean, she would lose every single match, but she would always, like, want to get in on the action and end up playing with me and my brother Joel, and it was a pretty good time, but if I had to make my favorite character, it would have to be Ken.
Ken's the best.
He's a pretty boy.
Just like Ryu, but more handsome.
Oh, fuck, I just got shot right in the balls.
I don't know how you do that in Street Fighter.
Oh, you tag in Johnny Cage and you use your X Factor.
Glad we totally have crossed over franchises.
Nice. Oh
Use
no,
Ken
I'm dead.
mostly.
I-
But when it comes to Street Fighter 4, which is like my next favorite in line, I think I use what's his name? The French dude, Abel. I think it's Abel.
Vega,
No,
not
Abel.
Vega. I almost said Vega. That's
Yeah.
Spain.
It's a different European country. You racist.
Now, for me, like my original favorite was actually Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 2, but it kind of changed since I got my Sega Saturn. Alpha is pretty fucking badass.
Oh, Alpha is
Alpha,
good.
I think it's
I've
Alpha
only played
2.
Alpha 2 on Super Nintendo.
Well, it's on since mine's Japanese. It's Zero, and of course everybody's name's
Wait,
how
you
it's
had
supposed to
03,
be.
like the really expensive one.
Either 02 or I think it's 02.
03 is expensive, dude. Not that I'm saying you probably don't own it, but like,
Yeah.
you would know if you had 03.
I know it's not cheap, the one I got, but it's not the expensive one, I don't believe. But still, I started playing it, and it's just the whole anime. I mean, it's like the damn animes, and it's a 2D fighter on a system that can handle it. I mean, it's awesome.
It needs to handle it, because I remember, I think I played Alpha 2 the first time on an emulator, because I didn't own any old systems, so everyone shoot me because I said the E word. But like, I remember when I played Alpha 2 on the Super Nintendo emulator, before you started a fight, it would lag a little bit. I don't know if you ever played Alpha 2 on Super Nintendo, have you?
Nope. I didn't think it was on.
Well, it's weird.
Super
they didn't put
Nintendo.
Alpha 1 on it.
I know they make a
No,
repro.
they didn't put Alpha 1 on Super Nintendo, but they put Alpha 2. And I think it was just because Capcom was like, because we
Yeah.
can. Like, it was a super late release, but like, it runs like shit. It's, you can, like, I'm not one normally for like, oh, it's got extra frames of animation or like any of that. But like, it lags and it's so slow that every time you start a fight, like, you get this little delay. And then once I played, I think Alpha 2 on PS1, I think, and I played it, I immediately fell in love with it. It almost surpassed my love for Street Fighter 2, but the nostalgia hit me. I don't know if I could surpass it.
Nice. Right in the
So
feels.
And then when it came to, I think I got Street Fighter 4 next, which I hated immediately.
Street Fighter 4, you said?
Vanilla. Like, I got it hyped to play
Vanilla.
obviously a Street Fighter when I got a PS3. And it had this annoying feature. I didn't even know if you could turn it off in the vanilla version. But the network battle was like always on. And so I'd be playing and it randomly be like, a new challenger has arrived. I'm like, I don't want to fight a new challenger right now. I just want to play the game. And you couldn't turn it off. And it's probably something I was doing. I won't say it, but I returned it. And something in my mind clicked where I think I'm going to go get Super Street Fighter 4 today. Because that makes sense after I hated the first one, right? I got that, and once I gave the game a better chance with like a giant roster and all these characters I didn't know because I missed out on Alpha 1, 2, 3. I didn't even know there was a Street Fighter 3 because I barely knew the Dreamcast existed. And I'm looking at all these characters and I'm like, I don't even know what to do here. And like from 2 to 4, it's just amazing how that series developed. Like there's so many people, there's so many combos. I can't even keep up with people online, which is what I wanted to ask you, Eric, when you played the beta.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Did you like even like I don't know how good you are at Street Fighter, but like can you hold your own in the online, or is it like people way too good?
To be fair, when I played the beta, it was a closed online beta, so basically you played with the person standing to your left or your right. Well, pretty much, yeah, it was
Basically,
local.
if you can hold, I was about to say, if you can hold their hand, that's basically
Well, I'm
it.
not holding nobody's hand.
Yeah,
first
pretty
of all.
much. Yeah. So, nice. Yeah, well,
You can hold something else, but okay.
Yeah. anyway, as I was saying, and first impressions of the game where I like how they tone down on the cell shaded the character models, like in the vanilla Street Fighter 4, and you could tell with like Super Street Fighter 4 and Ultra Street Fighter 4, like they definitely improved on the character visuals, which was a good thing because I honestly don't like my Street Fighter 4 characters that cell shaded, and thankfully Street Fighter 5 did it in a way where it doesn't look so cheesy. So I was very thankful for how they looked. Now, as far as like playability goes, I will say that the game is definitely geared more towards a more defensive player, but there are certain other but there are certain other characters like Birdie comes to mind where I don't know. Not Birdie,
I don't
Charlie,
know
sorry.
who these people are.
No, like Charlie, I don't want to misquote any of them, but I definitely know he's a huge powerhouse character with extremely interesting moves. And
I could not lock on that guy for nothing.
Oh no, it's ridiculous. But anyway, the game itself was a lot of fun. It felt a lot more balanced. The game itself definitely allows the player to kind of learn as you go. The learning curve wasn't so high. Distracted Gamer Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway,
Fuck it, I'm gonna yell at it.
It's like I'm gonna yell at your TV for you. Yeah.
Them and their little pecker rifle.
Little pecker rifle. I love how southern you are, Andre. I really do.
Oh hell. Put gravy on my biscuits.
Yeah. But anyway, the learning. Of course they do. They do it up here. But yeah, Street Fighter V, amazing game. I felt like it definitely caters more to the new gamer while not also severely handicapping the veterans, a la Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
I like that game.
Oh, that. Truth be told, the ultimate version of that. The ultra version of that was actually. The ultra version of that game was actually a much more balanced version of that game. It's the one we should have gotten, much like Ultra Street Fighter 4 was the version we should have gotten.
Well, that's that Capcom attitude.
That didn't work out too well.
But yeah, Street Fighter 5, I love the game. I played every single one of. I want to say played almost all the Street Fighters except for Super Street Fighter 4. But I honestly think that when they release this game with like its own custom fighting stick and like a PS4
oh, you fucking nut gobbler!
You know Sony's gonna be like, hey, for $500 you can get the 1 terabyte model version for Street Fighter 5 that comes with the game and a fighting stick. You know people are gonna buy it.
The fighting stick, like there's a Street Fighter bundle
with the strap on, so you can get fucked also.
But all right, so if we're gonna go into crossovers,
with or without lube,
did anyone play Street Fighter Cross Tekken?
Yes.
No.
So
yes,
honest
I did.
opinion, then, Eric.
He didn't.
What did you think of it?
My honest opinion, good idea on paper, but the whole DLC taboo that followed with it, heard it before I could get traction.
I'm looking at it without that, and I'm not defending Capcom, I'm just the game itself.
I'm sorry, just give me a fucking break with the DLC.
See, the reason I
it's
bring
getting
it
on my
up
nerves.
is because, well, yes, the DLC thing. Actually, I'll do this before I get to the next thing I was gonna say. The whole deal Street Fighter V is that, like, Capcom cleverly worded it. They're like, any characters you unlock, you can get in Street Fighter V, you can get by playing the game. And at first, I was like, oh, sweet, that means they're gonna have it like unlockable, like the Crypt.
Fuck like, you and your shield.
Jesus, they were gonna I thought they were gonna do like a Crypt thing, like Mortal Kombat, right? But the more I looked into it, and my buddy read this statement.
Oh yeah, totally.
He's like, no, that's not how it's gonna work. What they're gonna do is it's gonna be like a mobile game. I feel like where they're gonna be like, you can totally earn these characters by playing the game.
Yeah.
But if you want to pay us, you can do that too. So I'm kind of worried for that like Capcom totally didn't do the DLC thing.
Also, they were talking about something about the balancing. Like, you actually have to pay for the balancing. Like, the balancing out of the characters. When they were talking about the extra characters and shit like that, like the downloadable characters later on, they said something about the balancing of the characters also. You'd have to, like, pay for that or some shit.
Insert credit card into said console. Boom, balance.
I really hope they don't fuck themselves.
Yeah, yeah. Have
Oh,
you
I
seen
went
the
positive at the
commercial
last
for like
second.
DirecTV where like they're trying to change the channel, trying to watch something,
Oh,
they
yeah,
have to
and
slide
the-
their
and they have
credit
the
card
card
in their
reader,
fucking
yeah.
remote?
Shocked.
I said, I mean, I'm kind of surprised they ain't got one on the back of this damn PS4 controller.
Like, I really hope Capcom doesn't fuck themselves with this whole character DLC thing, because if they do it right, they can be forgiven for like everything. Like if they actually like put out a worthy product with enough characters where I can actually play the game at like a normal person's pace and get more characters, I'll forgive you for the past, you know?
You get
I
a
will
pass.
forget.
It's okay.
I will forgive. But then the other thing I was going to bring up, if it even
Well, I
ever
will say
happens,
this.
because of Street Fighter Cross Tekken, there was supposed to be a Tekken Cross Street Fighter. You know that, right? Namco?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Namco said they're
I did
not,
hear about that.
like off that yet though. Like first off, they were pissed about the whole Street Fighter Cross Tekken thing when they heard about the DLC. They're like, we don't want to work with these guys ever again. Like, but I guess now that they've
Oh, I
made
don't-
up a
I don't
little
blame
bit,
them at all.
they're kind of like, I don't know, Tekken Cross Street Fighter might happen, and I'm kind of excited for that because Street Fighter's always been the 2D franchise, right? Minus the really crappy EX plus Alpha and whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know that happened. You can't
Oh.
forget.
Oh no, that's not what I was thinking of. Do you remember that atrocious
Atrocious,
peripheral
you
they
mean
released
awesome?
for it?
I'm kind
Yeah,
of lost
by
here.
awesome, if by awesome you meant the. No, it's not, because it still doesn't work. Like your definition of fun and my definition of fun are very different, obviously.
I'm not saying the thing was great. I'm just saying if I was drunk and I used it, it just seems a little more accurate, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, but I want the
That's
Tekken,
one way of
I want
looking
the
at
Tekken
it.
Cross Street Fighter
Got your
thing
money's
because
worth.
If Namco, who does all 3D fighters pretty much, I don't think they have a 2D fighter in their books at all, do they? They don't. But if they can do it right, I'm really interested.
Technically they do, don't they? Don't they do the J-pop ones, the Japanese
Probably. I
anime
think,
fighters?
Yeah, you know what, maybe probably Bandai Namco. But I'm really interested to see like a good Street Fighter game in like 3D. Like it can happen. That's mostly why I'm interested. And to see all the characters in 3D would be nice, because I could imagine the Tekken characters in 2D. I could have done that before Street Fighter Cross Tekken, but like to see it the other way and how they would work in a good 3D environment, like I'm almost more excited about that thought than Street Fighter 5.
I'm honestly waiting for a
Tekken
Tekken
just
Tag
came
3, honestly. And Tekken Tag 3 can come out shortly after. Tekken is good. You know what? You know what they need to do? They need to do a Soul Calibur
to
game
just
the
make 2
right
again?
way.
I already did that. Tekken or Soul
Yeah,
Calibur
sure.
2
Just
HD
make
is
2
a
again.
thing. And they didn't put Link in it, so you know what? I'm a little mad. Even though he was like the most broken character.
Oh my gosh, Soul Calibur, such a great series, and it unfortunately Soul Calibur 5 was such a
Was?
letdown.
But it wasn't at the same time.
I was hit
for
and miss
me.
with those.
Well, it was for me. Like character creation was very bland. A lot of
Character
things
creation,
about it
people
felt
made
very.
the South Park ninjas on that
They
thing.
just
It
felt
can't be
very
that bland.
unpolished. Well, compared to Soul Calibur 3 and 4,
didn't
like
even
3
know
is my
existed. I
favorite
thought
one
they
of all
skipped,
time.
like, I don't know what it is with me in threes.
Yeah, right. Soul Calibur
didn't know
2,
3
Soul
existed.
Calibur 4. Where's
I
3?
really didn't.
Shut the fuck up. Well, then you need to come
Connecticut
over
or
and
I'm
play
moving
with me
to New York.
sometime.
How the fuck did he kill me?
Stop making excuses.
Watch out, he'll send the
Where they're
sprite
from,
levers
so
to
you
you.
know what? Go ahead.
They'll break your
They're
knees.
actually like
From
they're
you?
actually 15 minutes away.
Well, then never mind.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
You know, the funny thing is like I was streaming the Uncharted collection just last night, and I was talking to Nate while streaming, and he's We're trying to set up another
I like watching
flea
the
market
wrestling. We better do another
excursion.
one.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
I actually watched that where you got up with them.
Oh yeah.
We should probably get back on to our things though.
Yeah, if me and Josh can get together.
Who wanted to bring up their next thing?
I think Andre did.
Andre did.
I think Andre did. Oh.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen,
okay.
the Retro Zapper.
Like, who's this Andre?
Wasn't
I will
me.
take full credit.
It's like the who's farted.
Never mind. It was kind of me.
Inform us with your love, Andre.
All right. Basically, I was wanting to talk about the actual the new TMNT trailer that came on during
I
the
saw
Super Bowl. Did y'all see
the
it?
trailer before
The
Super
movie?
Bowl, like the first one. And they were like, "We're making another movie," and I was like, "Why are you doing that? Nobody liked the first one. Stop that."
Well, the thing is, like, the trailer itself, I mean, I hated the first one. I mean, all it was April O'Neil trying to, it was just a way to show off,
I don't know what it is with
Megan Fox, that's all it
Michael Bay
was.
and Megan Fox, like,
he has the hots for it. I mean, they might as well, I mean, he's probably married or something, but I have a feeling something's going on there.
it can't not be.
But, I mean, Bebop, Rocksteady, I mean, this is the first time they get to be in any Ninja Turtle movie because, like, the original Ninja Turtle movies were kind of more based off the comic book instead of the cartoon. So that's the reason why you had Razar and stuff like that. You had different
I
villains.
only remember seeing one of the turtles.
No
movies,
Crane.
and I can't remember which one it was.
Probably
But,
one of
I
the
mean-
good ones. I hope.
It has me super excited, and you get to see like the Crane, the robot guy. I can't remember his name now. The suit that Crane wears,
I can't think
Like
of
in the
it right
cartoon?
now, but I know what you're talking about.
and he gets to fight. He's fighting the Ninja Turtles like that, and that's freaking awesome. Oh, it looks like on top of a building or on top of like the
Technodrome.
whatchamacallit drone. Can't even think of the damn
Technodrome?
I
name.
heard a rumor
The
that
Technodrome, yeah.
with this one, you remember how Michael Bay wanted to make it about like they're aliens from outer space, you know?
Well, I mean, basically, how everything goes with the new cartoon is basically the Crane or whatever you want to call it. They're trying to take over Earth, but they're using the mutagen to do so, like trying to mutate everything. Well, this seems like it's trying to go the same way, and that's where the mutagen
From
actually
space?
originates from.
Ouch.
Yeah. So that could be where they're getting they're aliens. They're not really aliens,
Michael
they're
Bay's, like,
mutants,
really dead
but
set on being like, no, they're definitely aliens.
they're
I know we have a whole comic book and a canon written, but they are totally aliens. He's a weird guy.
Oh, Michael Bay.
well, yeah. I mean, Hollywood's just trying to fuck over our childhoods. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, they're not only fucking it over. I mean, they're not turning it to shit. They're not shitting on it. I mean, they got full blown diarrhea, food poisoning
What's Rolf? I
coming
didn't know
out
you
both
joined
ends
us
going on
today.
there. I mean,
Oh boy, the angry video game mood's here.
what? What the hell are you talking about? Oh, but anyway. Yeah, I mean, now, on other news like that, like the TMNT, like, at first when they announced it, they're doing another one, I'm like, oh, they're going to fuck it up even more. But, I'm seeing Rocksteady and Bebop. I'm seeing the Krang. It's looking like the classic Ninja Turtle cartoon. But even the turtles look a little different. Their heads actually kind of more look like the cartoon than the first one looked like these
CG,
damn
like,
weird
You can't even see what they were
mutated. Yeah. They're even lighter in color this time around, too. So they have more of the cartoon look to them.
Oh,
Now,
Well-
now off of that, like I was going to go ahead and since I'm already on like them fucking over our childhood,
hey, number one.
I was going to talk about the Mighty Morphin Power
This I
Rangers
didn't
movie that
hear
they're
about
making.
until I saw the
Oh,
announcement
yeah.
for Rita Repulsive. I was like, huh, they're making a movie. I didn't
Now
even
that-
know that.
There's a much deeper story to this. Oh yeah,
Very concerned.
like, don't be concerned. It was really cool. What happened was they released this this small budget, like the small little mini movie about 20 minutes long of like if the Power Rangers of like the Mighty Morphin team, the very first team, if they had. Let's fast forward them years in time, and every one of
You mean,
them
like-
has
wait,
like
was that the
real
thing they
world
released on
problems.
YouTube?
Like you see Zach. Yeah.
The one that got Saban all pissed the fuck off.
Did Jason
Oh,
David Frank
yeah.
come in and save everyone's life? I hate that guy. I said it. I don't like him.
Oh, I
Jason
love
David.
it.
Oh,
Here's the thing, I do admit
you're
that
just-
I
you're
don't
just
even have
jelly.
a good reason not to like him other than he's a self-obsessed prick. Like, he's a generally a good person, so it's like, I know I'm stubborn, and I'm just like, meh, I don't like you. And I get that, and I'm totally okay with that. Because Rocky's
Well,
the
that's
best
because
Ranger.
you're more of a Rocky
You
person
can't
or a
trust
damn
the Green Ranger, he was evil.
or you're Austin St. John, the Red
Steve
Ranger.
Trust the Green
Steve
Ranger, he
Cardenas
evil
was the man.
first.
Steve's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
but anyway, what happened? The thing that happened was that the fan. I don't want to call it a fan movie because there were some big names in it.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
yeah, like the clips of the Megazord fights while you see the Rangers being like led into battle. That was so badass. So what I'm thinking happened was they're like, hey, we really need to capitalize and make a movie because people will watch the shit out of it. And then they did all the open casting, and sure enough, we got all of the Rangers cast, and I do believe they're all vast nobodies, which makes it all the more better because then we
Probably
can't have an
better.
opinion about them right off the bat.
Well, I'm kind of iffy about it because they changed. I mean, they're afraid of being marked as having a black guy as the Black
See,
Ranger
the thing is,
again
that's
so
like the
badly. I mean,
2016, 2015 world
Zach
we live
was
in
the
where, like,
fucking
everyone's
Black
offended by
Ranger to me.
anything. Screw it. Who cares? It's a Ranger color.
they want to pat you on the head while
Yeah, like,
pulling a
fucking
knife
whatever.
at your
Okay,
back,
black
saying it's
dude's a Black
okay,
Ranger.
Johnny.
You got it.
Oh, I want them to go one step further. I want them to go over the top offensive. I want the Red Ranger to be a Native American. I want them. You know why? Because maybe if people stop taking it so damn literally, then we can all have a little more like fun out of life. But no, everyone's got to suck the fun out of
I want the
everything. Now,
White
I'm not
Ranger to
saying
be
it's
the
funny to be
whitest, richest
racist.
Ranger
but
in the
for
world,
crying
and he
out
doesn't do any
loud.
of his own fighting.
I want.
Yes.
I want
like blonde
I
hair
want-
and everything.
Yeah, right. I want an albino to be my White Ranger. I want the guy from Big Bang Theory to be the
cool.
Pink Ranger. But the news that Andre is talking about, the casting of Rita Repulsa, and if you're familiar with a lot of Judd Apatow movies, is actually
Here's the thing: the second
Elizabeth
I saw her
Banks.
cast as that, mind you, I'm not like the world's like largest Power Rangers fan, in the sense that like I don't follow it like you guys do, but like I do like them. The second I saw her cast as that, I was like, yeah, you know what? She works
Right.
perfectly for that.
She will easily be the
I
hottest
just saw
Rita
her in Hunger
Repulsa
Games where
ever.
she kind of plays like a crazy lady, so like maybe it's still fresh in my mind. Where I'm like, yeah, no, I
Kind
can
of.
see her as Rita
That's-
Repulsa. But if they make a movie licensed game for this, I demand it be just like the Super Nintendo game. I want to beat him up.
Oh
The
my
good
gosh.
Which one?
They are both.
Well,
They're
to be
both good to
fair-
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
screw it. You know what? No, I want another Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Fighting Edition
I
because that
guess.
game does
But,
not get enough love, and I rub it in everyone's face.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just curious where they're gonna take her. Is she gonna be like? I mean, it'd be awesome if they go like super evil with her,
No, she's probably
or
going to be just
jokey
as like
evil,
as
or
annoying
super
as she was in the
campy.
90s one
You know,
with Ivan Ooze.
I mean, as long as she goes, I got a
playing
headache
Alpha,
sometimes. I
that's
mean,
my
that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Well, see, the original Alpha was actually the guy that played Bulk's girlfriend.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I just want to see who plays Alpha, and I want to see who plays
Huh, I didn't know
Zordon.
that either.
I wanna
Now
see who
this is the
plays
part
Zordon.
where you put "Now you know."
The more you know.
Yeah, the more you
Yeah,
know, or
anything
whatever
for
the damn
Zordon?
thing
'Cause now
is.
I'm curious, now that I said it.
No, but I have a feeling like I think like somebody like Rita and Zordon,
Better get,
they're going to
like,
be like more big names because they can just drop. They can drop in and drop out. You know, they don't have to do
Mark
that
Hamill.
much work.
Oh,
They just
Mark
have to
Hamill
collect
be
a
Zordon.
paycheck. You know,
It would make no sense.
I'd be badass.
Oh
No,
that'd be
That
no,
was the
no.
next thing I was gonna say.
Morgan Freeman.
no, I'm officially jumping off the Morgan Freeman
Well, I
hype
guess
train.
Eric's
I am
gonna be
so
a-
done
a
with Morgan
negative
Freeman.
Nancy.
Well, I mean, as long as you keep his granddaughter away from him, he's all
What
right.
did I miss with that?
Like, wasn't it his granddaughter he ran
What the
off
fuck
with?
are we
He was like
talking
having
about?
sex with or something, or niece or some shit. Yeah.
Everything.
I
We're
don't
talking
even
about
know what that
everything.
means. I didn't hear anything about that. I want it to stay that way.
Don't lie. You
That
wanna
was
know
a
everything
long time
about it.
ago. Well, see, Morgan Freeman's from Mississippi, so his whole family is
We
not.
need to move on
It's
to
just
anything
just a little
else
ride
because
away
this is
from
getting
here. So
weird. Unless you got going past some more of the Power Rangers movie.
yeah.
I just don't really want to hear about Morgan Freeman and his granddaughter.
You know,
Yeah,
but
Morgan-
one more thing. One more thing, and then we'll move on. I promise.
Patrick
It would be-
Stewart as Zordon.
Patrick Stewart. Oh
Here's the
yeah.
thing, the way I'm seeing it,
That would
what
be
was the
badass.
most iconic Power Rangers movie from
No.
back in the day? Come on, you know it.
You ain't got shit to choose from. I mean, you have
No, not the
fucking
series, I'm saying
Turbo,
the
and then you
movie.
have what,
The one
Zeo.
that everyone knows.
That's what I'm talking about. Movie.
That's exactly what it's gonna be. It's gonna be. An
Hopefully,
Ivan
no
Ooze
fucking
reboot.
Ivan Ooze bullshit.
Goddamn right.
What they're gonna do? Have Apocalypse come in it?
I'm calling it
And
right
be
now.
Ivan Ooze?
It's gonna be an Ivan Ooze reboot.
No, he does not. There we go. Oh, thank God.
I hope the God not. I hope it's Rita gets released. Rita fucks it up and get destroy the Power Rangers, and Zed
you wanna
comes
see
in
is
try
Lord
to help her out, and like maybe towards the end, like there's Lord
He's gonna
Zed,
say it just like
and he's
that.
like,
Lord
I
Zed's
got
gonna
this
come in
bitch.
and say, I got this.
You know?
I just had a brilliant idea as to who should play Lord Zed.
I mean,
I
have
just
her
had a
poison
Hollywood
him with a
cast as
love
Lord
potion
Zed.
and everything.
Nice. Oh my God, Aaron Eckhart in a heartbeat. Aaron Eckhart.
All right, yeah,
Aaron
that
Eckhart, the guy
works.
who played Two-Face in The Dark Knight.
Yeah, that's kind of good. But no, it'd be awesome. Like I said, Patrick Stewart as as Zordon, and have
That would be
William
hilarious,
Shatner as
actually.
Lord Zed.
Oh no, thank you.
But now, James Earl Jones
But,
doing
like,
the voice of
actor
Lord
himself,
Zed
I
would
don't
be
even know
awesome.
who would be. I would want to say, like I know it sounds weird at first, but like with all the makeup and everything, I would want to see like Hugh Jackman as Lord Zed. He doesn't like. Look
Oh, that'd
the
be
part,
Yeah,
but,
badass.
Like,
that'd be
once
kinda
you get,
cool.
like the suit on and everything, like anybody could be anybody.
Well, since we're
I'm
talking
trying-
about guys who are like intimidating, why not just go
No,
stay
because
on
I
the
can't take him
Batman train
seriously
and
after
go
I
right
saw
to
the
Tom
last
Hardy?
Batman movie. Like it's not his fault.
Oh my
I will
gosh, that
say,
hurts.
This is totally kind of off topic, but in the time from me seeing Dark Knight to Dark Knight Rises, I think I played Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. So when I went to go see Dark Knight Rises, I completely forgot that Batman goes, as he talks. So the second I saw the movie, I started busting out laughing, and everyone's looking at me like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was just like."
Sound like he's fucking drunk or something.
Sound like a bumbling idiot. But like, I can't even look at Tom Hardy now without thinking like, "Where's the trigger?" I know what he sounds.
I did have a stroke.
I have to disagree, but for the sake of progress, let's move on.
Oh wait. Kane as Lord Zed.
I'd take it.
You're kidding, right?
I would
Glenn
see that.
Jacobs is Lord Zed.
Big bad, big tall motherfucker. I mean, just get somebody, or the guy that played Sabretooth in the original
the Big Red Machine. He might as well
X-Men
be
movie.
Lord Zed.
Oh yeah. I mean, you need somebody big and menacing, like somebody that looks like they're about
Why
to
not,
rip off your head and shit down your throat.
What about the guy who I don't know his name off the top of my head, but he played the new Jason in the Friday the 13th reboot.
Yeah, I think he's actually. Isn't he the same guy that I was talking about that played? No, he's not. No, he's not. Never mind.
No.
I was about to say he's the same guy from that played as Sabretooth in the original X-Men movie, but no, he's not him.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I've seen him. He came to Aatrox Factory. I actually met him in person over here. Damn, I can't think of his name. I've met both of them.
Remember. I believe in you.
Shit. I tell you what, someone that will scare the shit out of you. Kane Hodder, the guy that that played Jason in several of them. He is.
Oh, yeah.
When I got to meet him, he actually choked the shit out of me. Well, I told him just act like you're choking me. Next thing I know, I'm about ready to pass the fuck out.
Like,
I mean, I just said, hey,
bro.
I mean, I'm 6 foot tall. He's like 6'4" or 6'3". And I just asked him, just put your hand under my neck and just act like you're choking me, because he was doing that with a lot of people, and he latched on. I mean, I'm like, ugh.
I'm just doing it.
Well, I mean, he was asking people if, hey, you want me to choke you?
No, I don't.
You know, I mean, he was literally asking. You want somebody that got some issues?
Well, he's
Meet
dead,
Robert
so.
Englund, Freddy Krueger himself. He will fuck your mind up. He's not dead.
No.
He definitely died.
Wait. I think he did.
He died.
What? He retired.
Well, no shit. If he died, he definitely retired.
I'm looking it up now. No, we're gonna get professional.
Hold
looking it up.
I gotta Google this. Yeah, I mean, I met him not too long ago. This was fucking.
He's
We
not
do
dead.
that shit.
I swear to God, he died.
Told you.
Okay.
He retired.
Why?
Fair enough.
What? He might have just came back. It is Freddy Krueger after all.
I wish before he ever does die, they do a
that
Freddy
happen.
Krueger game and have him voice the whole damn thing. Like, you go through the nightmare. I mean, you know,
Nightmare on Elm
wild,
Street,
crazy
yes,
shit,
that's pretty good.
gruesome. Oh, excuse me.
That one's actually good. Don't listen to the nerds.
I actually never played it.
It's
Real expensive.
It's
for no
actually
reason lately,
not
but
bad.
They'll go away. Andre's just
I
lost
like
all the
LGN
moving
games. I
on.
mean, I hate to say it, but
what's our next topic? Because
I'm
right now
way more
we're
interested
getting our
in
asses
talking
handed to
about
us for the
random
third
nonsense
game in a
than
row.
What my score is right now.
yeah, I've done my subject has basically took over like
This is all
probably
nonsense.
50% of the damn
here's
podcast
the
already.
thing. I like Mega Man. Okay? Now, who likes Mega Man? I don't like?
I like a
my
Mega
seat.
Man.
Now he is Mega, right?
Yes, he is Mega.
No, he is Mega, right?
But I don't like Lies in Deceit.
Oh my God.
I really, really,
Screw
really,
Mega Man.
really
I like
want
Rockman.
Mighty No. 9. I really do. like I just want to play another Mega Man game. The last one I got to play was, I think, X4. I want to say X4. And like just since then, I've been craving for like a nice 2D side-scrolling Mega Man game. Like I've gotten like all the collections. I played Mega Man Zero to death, and like the fact that they're not doing anything with them made me sad. Right? It made everyone sad. So I was all for Mighty Number 9.
Yeah.
But this is not even about Mighty Number 9 itself. It's about Kickstarter. I don't like the idea of giving my money to a promise. And everyone says like, but if you really want something, you know, you should back it just in case. I'm like, no, because you don't know who's on the other end of that Kickstarter. It's a business face. It's all PR talk. And right now, like, that is so like apparent with Mighty Number 9. It's depressing. Because it got canceled, or not canceled. No, it got delayed again.
Huh.
Yeah, I think it's been delayed. Like this is the third
Pushed
time.
back. Was it?
April, I think, but it was supposed to come out. Like,
when's the release
this
date
week.
on it now?
March, wasn't it? Or, I thought they moved it to March.
No, it was February, and then it got pushed to March, and this is the
And you
first
wanna
I'm
know
hearing
what they're
of
putting-
getting
why
it
they're
pushed
delaying it?
even further.
Playing it for
Shit.
the feature you wanted in every Mega Man.
Why
game,
is that?
Online multiplayer. I don't even know what the fuck you can do with online
Because that's what we
multiplayer
all
in a
wanted
game.
in a Mega Man
And
game.
even still, like, I don't like living in the world of patches and DLC, but like GTA did it. Just patch it in later.
All they need to do is like, you know, time run. I mean, that's all people do with online
I
with
don't
Mega
know
Man
every
is see
feature
who
of this
could
game.
run it through
But
it the
what makes
fastest.
me more angry is that this guy made his
speed run it.
Kickstarter goal in like record time. I think he was on stage at like CES and like he said, by the way, I'm making this game, it's on Kickstarter, and I think he met his goal that day. So like you had your funding, right? You had your funding, and then I don't remember
Nice.
the exact reason why he needed another Kickstarter, but he started another Kickstarter for this game. So it's 2 Kickstarters for this game.
Welcome to the age of
What?
cyberbegging, I guess. I said, welcome to the age of cyberbegging, I guess.
Well, it's like
It is
cyber
this way, like-
panhandling, really.
I don't. Maybe Capcom didn't want to do anything with Mega Man because this guy's a dick. But you know, either way, this guy met and exceeded his goals. Like so far, why do you need another Kickstarter? Why? And then before the game's even out, he's planning an anime, a TV show, like all this extra stuff. He's like, I need more money for all that, by the way. And like, you know, at what point are you like, dude, you have enough money. You've earned so much money from us. And then he started to do the other thing
Damn
everyone
it.
supposedly wanted was the Mega Man Legends 3 spiritual successor, right? No, it is.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Here's why it sketches
Well,
me out.
It is, but
Well,
that's
it's
what's slowing
but
everything
here's
down.
What sketches me out about it, and this is, I know everyone listening or watching or whatever you're doing with this thing is like, dude, this is an old ass topic. Look, we're here to give our opinions on it, not about relevancy. Shut your mouth. Is that I don't. He wanted to do the Red Ash, which is supposed to be Mega Man Legends 3, but not really, right? But as like people were like, all right, dude, we've had enough of your shit. No more money. And then as he wasn't meeting his goal at like the 11th hour, miraculously, oh, turns out this Chinese company funded me completely. What a coincidence, right? But if you still want to give me money, you know, you can. I'm just like, how much money do you fucking need?
Oh, wow, that's lousy. All of it.
They want you to empty your wallet right in their
I know I'm
pocket.
talking about Mighty Number 9, but this is
Mhm.
why I don't like Kickstarter. Because I don't like giving my money to a promise, and I don't like giving my money to a promise without any backbone. Essentially, guys that can do anything on Kickstarter, once they have your money, like they no longer have an obligation to fill to you. There's no contract, and it's another semi-old story at this rate, but there was a game that was getting developed called Ant Simulator. I don't know if you guys heard of it. I didn't until I heard this story.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't hear about it. I saw you post
Well,
something, but I
essentially
didn't
what
have a chance to
happened
click
was,
it.
I think they had another additional source of funding. So all they needed to raise was like $4,500. That could be absolutely the wrong number because I can't think of it right now and it's late. But they didn't need a lot of money. And I guess the guy that helped start the Kickstarter made himself a consultant to the Kickstarter, which means he legally doesn't have to write down where he spends the money for the game. And he spent it all on hookers and cocaine. Yeah. Hookers, cocaine, and like fancy restaurants. All the Kickstarter money's gone.
Oh,
Well, that sounds like one other people that, instead of video games, like the blinking light win shit.
See,
I mean, that's almost the same thing.
Product.
I just got mine and I ordered it like 7 months ago.
Well, the other issue I have with Kickstarter is that everyone has a number in mind. They're like, I need to do this thing. It's going to cost me this much money. But they see, and you got to remember, these people aren't businessmen. They're not educated most of the time on like how to run a business, how to manufacture. So like they probably saw like, all right, blinking light wind needs this much money to be manufactured. But to forget like all the other costs that go with it, like the shipping it out to not to retailers, everyone that wants one, like getting it to like from wherever it's getting manufactured back to America, there's all these other factors that they don't take in. And they're like, shit, we don't have enough money. Oh boy, what do we do? So it causes delays until they find a solution.
I think they had the money and everything, but they did not manage it properly. Instead of reinvesting it, like let's say they decided they were going to open an online store and sell them there. At the same time, still have their Kickstarter, and their Kickstarter ended, and they still had their online store. Well, instead of having the money from the Kickstarter to like buy up a whole bunch of supply and then have all the money coming from the actual sales, going out and actually, fulfilling their orders, they just basically delayed the shit out of themselves. I mean, it's college kids.
But that's the issue, is that there's obviously good and bad to everything. It's really nice that Kickstarter exists for guys that, they don't have any other source. Like, nobody wants to invest in them because they're one guy most of the time. Like, hey, look, I have an idea, and if you guys like it, I need your help. I get that end of it. But if it's not done by the right people, whether they're professional developers, professional businessmen or not, the fact is Kickstarter has no backing to you after you give them money. It's like, look, I've given you the money.
Right.
I might get something now. That's the problem with
Damn, I didn't see him.
And with everyone that's done given money for Mighty Number 9, I feel bad for you. Like I would be extremely pissed if I gave my money to this dude.
Oh, absolutely.
They have to give the money back if they don't release it. I mean, there's so many times.
It's good
I thought they
to
do.
give it back, but they are legally not obligated to give it back to you.
I thought they had to.
Indiegogo might be different, but Kickstarter, they're not obligated.
I know Indiegogo basically the whole time until it's ended, they hold your money, and then they give it to them.
System, honestly.
Huh.
Because there's that I don't know too much about this one. I've only heard about it, but that Yogscast game. I don't know if you heard about that one. Some project by this popular YouTube channel who I've never heard of, so it can't be that popular because I'm the best. I guess they were gonna make a game for the guys on the channel, and then eventually they were like, "Nah, fuck it, we're not doing that. Fuck your money too." There were some issues that came
that's
along
messed
the way.
up.
Obviously, I'm exaggerating the process, but pretty much fuck your money is what it comes down to.
Oh. Pretty much. See, the funny thing is for a while now, I really haven't had too much of a solid opinion on Kickstarter because I do agree, there's positives about it and there's negatives about it, but and I thought if I really sat down and thought about it and did my research and looked up all the news stories in regards to everyone who's been burned and all the success stories, I would have more of a solid point. But I guess it just really comes down to
shit.
The person. Yeah, it comes down to shit. Thanks, Andre. Anyway, no, I think it comes down to the people who are selling it, what they have to present forward, and really it comes down to whether or not you can trust these people at their word, because a lot of people have just taken the money and run, and I haven't really funded anything on Kickstarter
Go
yet
on,
because
take the money
it's-
and run.
exactly. It's I haven't funded
Ah.
anything on Kickstarter yet, only because I've personally been on the receiving end of being burned when it comes to donating money to something. Now
The hell am I
to
stuck on?
now to the
Oh, big
companies
piece of
out there
wood.
who
Heyo.
nothing wrong with getting stuck on some wood, am I right?
Ooh.
I don't know how Wood would feel about that one.
Oh, he can deal. Anyway,
Oh, he shot me in the face.
but yeah, I think when it comes to the Mighty Number 9 situation, if it were me, I would be fuming at the mouth, raging unlike anything else, because that's my money going toward a product that's basically a spiritual successor to Mega Man, and then it keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and we're talking about a series that people
Even let's
adore.
not even use Mighty Number 9. The other downfall I hate about crowdfunding in general is that, like, people say they need this money, and then they don't. Like, the whole Shenmue 3 thing that happened. Like, they said they only needed $2 million. The second I heard that number,
was
I'm
the
like,
one that
that is not a lot of money to make a video game nowadays. No, hold on. Like, I guess, like, what happened was, like, people are treating Kickstarter like it's a pre-order system now, or a gauge of interest. Like, they were pretty much like, look, if you I think Sony backed the guy making Shenmue, Suzuki, I know is his name, I can't remember his full name. But essentially, like, Sony was like, look, if you crowdfund $2 million, we'll pay the rest.
Sony basically bankrolled the whole motherfucker pretty much.
Which is fine, but go fucking all out. You have the money. Like,
Yeah.
It's just, it's scummy to me to be like...
Which I think they are
it's not
doing.
even a pre-order system. It shouldn't be a pre-order system. It should be... Like, I want to make this thing. I need your help. It's the problem is Kickstarter's getting abused. It's supposed to be for small entrepreneurs who, like, they have no other option. Like, I need to.
Well, what they're
interest
using
in
it for
product.
now is just try to show that, hey, look, everybody, there's interest in this. Hey, why don't some corporation come back me? People want it.
That's my issue. I don't like that idea. And there's other people that have money that are just using it to be like, I want to spend my own money on this. You guys can crowdfund it though. Like it's shitty. Like even like speaking of Sony, they were trying to do their own crowdfunding. Did you guys hear about that? It wasn't on Kickstarter.
Yeah, I heard something, but they were trying to crowdfund something.
Essentially, because Sony's not doing well financially, any new product they were going to come out with, they were going to put on their website and be like, crowdfund this if you like it, and then we'll make them. It's like, no, that's not how things work, Sony. Like,
I mean, basically, with a big corporation like Sony, I mean, that'd be almost the same as, like, pre-ordering.
well, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
Kickstarter shouldn't be a pre-order system.
No, it really
Fucking
shouldn't,
horrible
and that's where
strike.
the problem is.
I mean-
It's a pre-order system without the guarantee of getting your product is the issue.
And it's like, more people pre-order, more stuff you get. It's like that damn Deus Ex shit. The Deus Ex game, how they did that
That's
tiered bullshit.
That's a whole nother fuck up. They took that all back, by the way. They're like, all right, everyone's
Yeah, they
getting
took it back.
everything.
Everybody got pissed off.
And what
It's a
actually-
pyramid
what also
scheme.
sucks about the Shenmue 3 thing that I forgot to mention is that although they funded their game, they will. I'm not against anyone that wants to do this. But like, look, if you still want to support the development, they set up like a PayPal account, right? Which is,
Yeah.
that's fine. But all those people that donated on Kickstarter are getting the rewards, and anyone else that helps fund the game, fuck you. You're not getting anything.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up. Now, the Friday the 13th game, they're doing a cool thing where, they're putting it to other crowdfunding places, but you still get the same kind of stuff. You get your name in the stuff. I mean, but everybody with the Kickstarter's getting pissed off about it because, hey, we Kickstarted it. We paid for the Kickstarter. Why is everybody else in other type of Kickstarter, like, crowdfunding site, getting the same? I'm stuck. There we go. It's getting the, getting the same benefits, and some are getting better benefits. But how I see it is, they're still crowdfunding it. They're still kickstarting. I mean, this is basically going to be a game that's like completely paid for by the fans. I mean, and it's made by fans. That's one part I liked about it.
Yeah, this
That's
is
the good
this is
side
funding
of
done
Kickstarter,
right.
is that it's nice that the fans helped out.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just it's so good on paper to be like, look, fans back this, but there's so much stuff that goes behind the scenes, and that you don't see, and you don't know how sketchy the guy running it is. And I don't mean to sound like the biggest pessimist in the world, but whenever there's a situation, and like humans essentially are gonna do the worst thing they can do in a situation, as I've seen. Like, it's just how humans unfortunately work out as a general whole. I'm not saying everyone in the world sucks, but if I don't know somebody, I'm gonna assume they're gonna do the worst thing ever. Like, if I am at a store or something, right? And they're like, oh, hold on, I'll get something from my car, hold my wallet, I'll be right back. I assume that guy's gonna take my wallet and run.
That's your
if I
own
give it to the
problem.
cashier,
Yeah.
I'm losing my words in my ramble, but you know what I mean. Like, I just don't trust people, and like I always assume humans are going to do the worst thing. And like
Everybody
with
jump!
Kickstarter,
Jump!
I see you jumping like an idiot.
Yay!
Excuse me.
It's just I
I
don't
would jump
trust
if I wanted
humans.
to.
I just don't see things working well. And like Kickstarter's just proving to me more and more like you can totally have my game if you give me money. Oh yeah, I didn't make the game. I forgot.
Well, unfortunately, if the system wasn't so abused and misused, I'm assuming more people would be willing to fund things like that. But there's just so many situations where people have just taken advantage of that system. It's really hard to get behind some of these developers because we could be missing out on some good stuff, but we'll never know.
It could be, but and similar, but not exactly the same, is like Steam Greenlight in early access. No, not Greenlight. I think Greenlight's different. But early access, like somebody made half a game. You're paying for like an alpha of a game, right?
Roxanne.
How many games don't finish? There's so many games that are still in early access that like, yeah, pay $20 for my game. I'm definitely working on. If I already paid you for your product, like, what commitment do you have to finish it?
Right.
You talking about like the person that did that and had like a broken, like you couldn't get past a certain level and shit?
There's been dozens of games that do that. They never come out of early access. And honestly, like, again, I don't blame them. If you made your money twice over before your game's even done, why bother?
As
You
messed up as
yes,
that
you
is.
have a moral like obligation, but honestly, other than morals, like, what's stopping you?
Right.
Damn it.
There should be some kind of program in place to be like, look, your game can only be on early access for like 60 days or something,
That's why I normally just stick to pre-orders at GameStop because there's just too
Well,
many people out
they
there
should
that ruin
have-
it for everyone else.
They should have like kind of like a social worker for each program or something like that.
But that costs resources and money, and I ain't doing that.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
one person can basically cover like maybe 100 of them. Like, hey, are you keeping up to this or how we're looking here? As long as you got it scheduled out.
But people lie, and if people want to seem good on paper, they'll be like, everything's fine, we're totally developing the game, we promise.
Damn, almost got killed. I spawned, motherfucker was
So,
running right towards me.
I don't want to be the stick in the mud of the conversation, but I am suggesting that we change topics because we've been on this one for a minute. No, I mean, hey, if you got something to talk about and you're passionate about,
How
then by
about
all
that
means.
Ninja Turtle movie?
Let me just put it like this: when they cast Sheamus to play one of the two main baddies of that movie, I lost all interest.
I thought we did the Ninja Turtles thing already.
We did, but let's do it again. Well, how about this one? Since we're obviously playing Battlefront, why don't we talk about the newest Star Wars movie for a minute? Do we approve? How do we feel about it as a sequel?
Well, I'm gonna be the first one to
spoiler
give my
alert.
opinion real quick. Hold on, I just gotta say it out front. Still haven't seen it.
Okay.
It's not on purpose. I just have not gone to the movies.
Well, let's just say the main villain's a little bitch.
Look, it's been
Throws
out
a-
long enough where
Throws
it's
a
been
fit like a
spoiled
little
for me.
fucking kid.
The whole movie's been spoiled for me, and I mean, it doesn't take away my enjoyment. I still want to go see it, but like, yeah, I can't give an honest input.
Well, let
Okay,
me say some. I want to say a little funny story about this. Like, my good friend Colin, who's a massive Star Wars nerd, he went and saw the movie, and he's the kind of person who sticks by the original trilogy through and through. He saw the movie, and he's like, as a standalone movie, great. As a Star Wars sequel, it was effing terrible.
Really?
Yes. Now, here's the thing. I went and saw the movie, and I was like, I kind of felt the same way, but after really thinking about it, I'm like, it was, to be, let me back up a minute. Watching all the 6 movies, I will say that the biggest problem that they have, and feel free to send your hate mail to www.don'tgiveashit.com.
I love that website.
Yeah. The biggest problem I have with all the 6 movies is the pacing is not the best. Like, there's a lot of parts in those movies where it feels like it drags. And that's just my personal preference. Now, here's the thing. I watched this movie, and while I do feel that toward the halfway to 2/3 mark, Kylo Ren does give off that vibe like he's a whiny little bitch. But to be perfectly fair, I think the reason they have him like that is because he's going to have the biggest character arc out of everyone, including Rey. And I really do look forward to seeing that. But honestly, this was the most fun I have had watching a Star Wars movie in a long time.
Oh, I thought it was good,
Episode
but
7. Sorry, Andre, go ahead.
I mean, I loved it. I liked it. I mean, it was awesome. What happens to Han Solo? I mean, it sucked that Chewbacca killed Han Solo, but
Oh, I know Han Solo died, but I didn't know like that.
Chewie's like, fuck this. You've been petting me the wrong way.
He's fucking
I
with
said
me.
to a down pet, not an up pet, you fuck.
He's fucking with me. I get it. Okay, good.
Yes, Chewie does not kill Han. Calm down.
I knew Han died, and I knew that the second they announced that the original cast was coming back.
No, it's you
Well,
find
he
out
was supposed
that,
to die in Return of the Jedi. He was supposed to die in Empire Strikes Back.
No, because here's the thing. Like, just as a physical human, like, Harrison Ford is old. Like, I get that, like, you want to have the
astute
original cast
observation,
back.
Kevin.
No. But the thing is, like, they had Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford come back because you get a nostalgia boner. At the end of the day, like,
Nostalgia
they
boner, I
could
love it.
have written a great movie without them, but they were like, but what if we have them in it? It gets your nostalgia boner going, and then you're like, nah, I gotta see it. They're back. Oh my god. The thing is, like, they're old. They're not gonna be in so many more movies. Like, they're done. Like, you have to kill them off. You know?
I
And
hope
the
they
only way
don't
to move on with the series is to literally have them die. Be like, hey, look, they were in the first part of the reboot, or whatever you want to call it. It's just like, all right, well, they were there. Moving on.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is like the next movie, if they kill freaking Luke, I'll be pissed. I mean, Luke needs to stay in
They're
there.
gonna kill Luke in the third movie.
They don't need to kill Luke at all. Just have him like trying to restore everything, you know?
Well, the way they set up that movie, you're almost led to believe he isn't gonna do anything.
He's either gonna die in the next movie or the third movie. I'm sorry, he's not.
He's
Damn
Not
it.
gonna be like the new like Jedi God. I mean,
he's
he
gonna
is a
get
Jedi
into an
God.
arm wrestling. He's gonna get into an arm wrestling match with Chewie, and that's gonna be his end.
And that's when Chewie kills Han Solo and Luke.
Chewie and
Well, I already-
Luke are gonna reenact Over the Top, and Luke's gonna lose tragically.
It's gonna be
And
like
Vader
last
comes back.
night's episode of X-Files. Chewie's gonna rip off his arms and beat him with it.
That's awesome.
Crossovers are real.
Yep.
I think by the time I see Episode 7, my first experience with it is probably gonna be the Lego game.
Probably.
Honestly, I'm okay with that. That's how I saw Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh my gosh, I hate those movies.
Well, the thing is, the Lego game that they got coming out is actually gonna have like canon material that wasn't in the movie. That's supposed to link. They're supposed to link.
Telling me is that the definitive version of Episode 7 is Lego The Force Awakens.
I mean, that's what they make it sound like. It's crazy.
Oh, that's
I mean,
great.
I don't want to play a fucking Lego game to learn what happened after fucking Return of the Jedi to this
yes,
shit.
you do. You just don't understand how good Lego games are.
I'll play them, but at the same time, it's just the corny humorness of it sometimes just ain't really that great. I mean, like Jay right now is playing freaking Jurassic Park Legos, and he's been doing live streams of it. It looked fun, but at the same time, I kind of get aggravated with it.
Nope, I'm in. That's me. I'm all for that.
I want a Doctor Who Lego game so badly.
That'd be awesome.
That would be an actual good Doctor Who game.
Well, technically, you got it if you buy that damn expensive ass Lego Dimensions shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just telling my wife. The minute I said Lego Doctor Who, my wife looks at me and she goes, "Do they have that?"
I mean, can you blame her?
Well, they
No,
also
because
have
Who is a
Ghostbusters,
beast.
if you think of that that way. And
Well,
they
I'm
got
talking about
Scooby
Doctor
Doo.
Who.
All right. So we got anything else you guys wanted to cover? Because I got like half of one topic.
Half of one topic.
It's kind of weird. I mean, we're about at an hour right now, so I mean, we could probably squeeze one more in.
How about we, well, since we're kind of getting into spring season, let's talk about the weather. How are you doing over there in,
I am
in
on
your
Hoth. It's cold.
I'm on Hoth, which is ironically where we are right now.
That's why I yelled it.
Oh, then that just makes me a dumbass.
Yup.
Apparently,
Fuck.
somebody farted over in Hoth and blew some of the snow this way for a little bit. We had
I'm
snow
sorry,
flurries all
I
day
didn't
today.
mean
We had the
Guys,
butterfly
weather,
effect.
the weather here in New York has been so wonky and unpredictable. 2 weeks ago, it dropped what felt like 2 feet within like 3 days. And then last week, it was all 40, 50-degree weather.
to. Welcome to New England. That's kind of how we are here.
Well, we're not New England, so
You're close
yeah.
enough.
No,
Yeah, y'all
you're
pretty
closer
much are
than
New
I
England.
am.
I am in New England. I'm just saying.
I am New England.
I am the England, and I made a new one.
I'm Dixie.
I love Dixie Kong.
Oh, fuck, I
Diddy?
just blew up.
Don't do that. All right, I think that'll actually wrap up our little discussion here, gentlemen, lady. I didn't even know what I was saying there.
Ladies
I
and
can't
gentlemen.
words. It's late at night.
Hey, I'm
Them
starting to get in a
words.
little groove here. I'm starting to get in a good mood.
Oh, I mean,
Nice.
don't get me wrong. Just because we're going to be cutting the podcast doesn't mean I'm not finishing the game out. That's a totally different thing.
Eat a grenade, bitch.
Distractions by any means, right?
Yes. Like boobs.
Damn.
Oh, bats.
I'm gonna do it. All right, that's gonna be our first little distracted gamer. I can't words. Distracted gamer.
Distracted
podcast.
Gamer Podcast. There you go.
Thank you, Andre. Andre named it. By the
You'll-
way, so everyone give Andre a little bit of credit. He gets a gold star.
I'd clap for him, but I'm actually doing really good right now. So
I'm trying not to ruin my little streak here. I'm only going 2 and 4, so you know.
Do a
I'm on
nut
roll.
clap.
No. I don't know how you even do that. So I have several questions for you.
It's almost like helicopter.
All right. Thanks everyone for listening, watching, or whatever you're doing for this. You can watch it on Eric's channel. You can watch it on Andre's channel. You can watch it on my channel. We're going to share.
It may even be on Gaming Central.
maybe
Maybe on Gaming Central's channel. I don't know. Andre's
depends.
in charge of
Depends
that.
if they're cool enough to get it.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's going to be on either 3 of our channels.
Oh, I just
Sweet.
got fucked.
Thanks for everyone for watching, listening, whatever you're doing with it. Because I love you.
All right.
And
Peace
we're gonna
out.
try to- We're going to try to
Later,
get a
guys.
format going. I love your face. Goodbye. Oh, I'm getting shot. I fixed it.